and welcome back to the Magic Animal Club podcast with me, Squid, and this guy, Stamps.
Ow. Hello.
Hello, Stamps. How are we diddling? Are we okay?
I'm doing okay. To start the podcast off, I'm not feeling great. I actually got a sore throat, basically. I feel good, but I got a sore throat. So it's a bit of a different podcast this week.
Yeah. Today, we're recording from the doctors. A lot of people are looking at us. It's a little bit annoying, but you guys requested a podcast, so we had to do one here. So, do you ever want to say hello?
A third guest as well, which is my doctor. So, hello, my doctor.
Hello.
Wait, no, we both spoke. There's two doctors in the room.
I have a bit of an echo.
It's a bit embarrassing.
This is my both. I got two doctors.
No, my doctor's here as well.
Time.
No, my doctor's here as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So how are you doing today, doctors?
Very good, yes.
Being a doctor's lovely.
Great. Anyway, so Stamps has got cold. He's got a sore throat. So
I got cold. Put a blanket on.
We just wanted to do like a little updated podcast just to make sure, just to let you guys know that we're not dead and nothing's happened. So we just wanted to update you guys, let you know what's going on in the world of Squid and Stamps, because it's been a while. We're very busy recently, so we missed a couple of weeks, but we did mention
2 weeks.
Yeah, we did mention that we won't do it every week just because, sometimes nothing happens and it's pointless us speaking for an hour about, I don't know, melons or whatever. It's not a melon podcast.
So if you didn't see, because I saw a lot of people messaging, so the podcast isn't necessarily weekly anymore. Like, we got a lot of messages saying, oh, you missed last week or you missed, this week, whatever. It's like, we're not doing it weekly anymore just because, as I said, we always kind of prioritize our videos over the podcast just because we kind of have to. and then also, if for instance, if one of us isn't feeling well, we normally wouldn't do it. We hadn't, not done it for 2 weeks and stuff. So there'll be one most weeks. If you just tweet us on the day, say is the one coming out. We generally let you know. So just kind of look through our tweets if you're not sure. But we hope to get one out. It'll probably be I reckon realistically every other week. I reckon there'll be one.
Yeah. Today's probably not going to be the longest podcast in the world, but like Stamp says, we just want to, let you guys know we're here and alive. So what's been going on, Stamps? I know you don't really want to talk much, but I want to know if there's anything, that's happening in the world of Stamps recently.
I know you don't want to talk much, so let me ask you a really big open-ended question. Ask me yes/no question. So ask me have you done this? Then I can just say yes or no, and then that way I don't need to talk much.
Have you had a good time over the past 2 weeks?
Yes.
Have you done any projects over the past 2 weeks that have taken a long time, which we spoke about? Do you want to tell anyone about that?
Yeah, well, so I kind of had annoying timing. So, actually, this comes out today, doesn't it? This is exciting. So, I've been making a Stampy short, which, I started making the Stampy short months and months ago. If you remember when I had that trip to Sweden, that was when I'd already planned it at that point. So I'd already done most of the scripting, but that's when I started actually making it in terms of building the set. So it's been a long time coming, but I finally finished my next Stampy short. It's called Different, and the reason it's the reason it's called Different is a story reason, but the reason why it's different for a Stampy short is it's an animation. So it's an animation made inside of Minecraft, which I kind of did a little bit with the one which was the chest talking. I can't remember what it's called now, but the one with not again, was it? I can't remember, but here we go again. Is that what it was called? I don't know. Anyway, there's what I did with those two chests talking, which was kind of a bit like an animation, but this one is a proper stop motion animation, and it's out today, out right now, probably. Or
there you
soon.
Go check it out if it's out. If it's not, look out for it. I know he was saying it's really bad timing because obviously he spent such a long time on it and he didn't record during that time, so it would have been good if he'd have got ill then rather than now when he actually needs to record.
Yeah, because having a sore throat, like when you're doing animation, it doesn't matter. So I spent all that time where I could have been ill. Then there's literally the day when I finished it and I was like, right, I can get back to normal recording. I suddenly get ill, and we just recorded now the building time that you might have seen on Friday where I sounded like I do now. I mean, I don't know, I sound all right, but I'm very conscious not to scream and shout like I normally might do in a video.
I mean, it'd be good if you could come up with a video that required you to talk like really silently, like I don't know.
The quiet challenge.
Yeah, something like
the
that.
chesty
Or like
cough challenge.
the decibel challenge or something like that. Maybe we could do it like a horror game. You can get like a decibel meter. You get electric shock if you screamed.
The problem with that is like once you scream once, like once you get shot once, you'll be just non-stop screaming.
Yeah,
God,
it's the anticipation.
I hate electric shocks. I know no one likes electric shocks, but like the tension of them, like if you know one's coming, and like I just can't bear it. Like
that's the thing with like horror games. That's like it's not the actual like the horrorness about it. Normally it's just the jump scares, and it's the anticipation leading up to like the jumpiness that's like the worst. It's like when you go to like a scare house, like you're gonna get scared, but you don't know when.
With them. I remember
I hate them.
Going through one of them with you, but like it's like anything, like even like an injection. Like I'm not bad with needles necessarily, and like I know they generally don't hurt, but it's when like they're about to like put it in any second, and you're like, it's just that bit I hate.
Yeah, I mean, I actually forgot about that scare house thing. We went to the Madame Tussauds in London, and downstairs they have like a horror bit, and yeah, I didn't realize I was that scared. There's like live actors trying to scare me, and who was I holding? Was I holding you? I think I was holding like one of the managers, just like terrified. I just don't like it. It's really weird. Oh no, just not for me. I love horror games, but like in real life, I just don't like it. It's not good. It's not good fun.
Yeah. Keep them inside of the screen.
yeah, that's where they belong. But anyway, yeah. So past 2 weeks has been it's been pretty good. I've been.
Well, tell us about your. Why don't you speak for a bit? Tell us about your travels and everything you've been up to the last couple of weeks.
So I've been up to the usual stuff. We're just planning on. Well, we're not planning. We're getting ready to move very soon into the offices because I need to leave this house and then mine gets done. So there's going to be a lot of like kerfuffle there. I'm going to have to backlog and get everything moved over and stuff like that. So that's going to be coming up very shortly. But yeah, usual stuff for the offices. We went to Harry Potter Studios. We've just come back from that today. We're filming this on the Tuesday. So yeah, the Tuesday. But that's really good. I've been before. Went with a lot of friends, and yeah, it's a really good time. It's kind of like a museum into the Harry Potter world, and there's a lot of original props that they used in the movies, which is really cool. And the Great Hall, that's where they filmed like the obviously the footage with the Great Hall and stuff like that. You should go in there, and it's actually like a really massive hall. It's very, very impressive. They show you like very, very cool special effects. Like there's a lot of snow and fire that they used in the movies, and there's a booth where you can actually like put your fingers over it and put your hands through the snow and see how they make it and stuff like that. Animatronics with the animals, because there's quite a lot of mythical creatures in the Harry Potter world, so it runs you through a lot of that kind of stuff. And it's just the sheer amount of like makeup artists and the wigs and the hairs and in the props. It's just absolutely crazy. Like it's just, I think they had like thousands of construction workers just working on just scenes that was in the film for like 30 seconds. It was ridiculous the amount of attention to detail they have there. So I was very impressed by that, because it's one of the things when you go and watch the films, you're like, yeah, it's impressive, but you don't really give it two thoughts, if you know what I mean. Like you go see a really good film with special effects, but you really think, I wonder who was involved with that. I wonder how long it took them to do that. Do you know what I mean? Like something that was on screen for such a short period of time takes a really long time. So
and the thing is as well, is now there's a lot of CG. I think people tend to think like everything's CG.
Oh, that CG.
Yeah, but like a lot of or just like you just don't think about it being real, but like a lot of the time it's still easier to do things in real life. Often it looks better, and the cost to animate someone falling off a building might be cheaper than to train someone to fall off the building, like, so it's a lot of stuff is real. Like, I love that. I mean, any behind the scenes on like DVDs and stuff, like I always have to.
You'd absolutely love it.
Love it.
I don't think anyone would if they're a Harry Potter fan and they want to get an insight into the movies. I think you would totally love it. It just, I mean, I love stuff like that as well. But it's kind of cool because you don't really think about what's CG and what's real life in the movies. Like you said, I kind of think of it all as, it's probably CG, but like you said, it shows you what was actually in the film, what they built, and stuff like that. So yeah, we did that. And the fact that
they actually learned magic, to be able to make the film is incredible.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause magic really didn't properly exist until they made the film, and then the fact they actually had to learn how to do magic just for a film is really incredible when you think about it.
Crazy, absolutely crazy. Just unbelievable. Anyway, I hope there's no like gullible people watching this, because I hope they just don't go and tell their friends like, "Oh, did you know that the magic was real in Harry Potter?"
It is real. What are you talking about? Don't ruin the magic. You see, it's people
mate.
like you that don't believe in the magic that are killing the magic. You silly muggle.
No madge, whatever they call them. But yeah, the wands really amaze me as well. I know it's like a stupid thing to get amazed by, but like all the wands in the wand shop were like, all the boxes were made and they were all individually signed, and there was 14,000 of them made for the Ollivander's wand shop scene, and they all got, well, most of them got singed in the the pyrotechnics thing where they made it explode the wand shop. But I just can't believe, like, someone actually, handcrafted all of them and signed them all. But 14,000, it must have just taken forever. I just can't believe it.
You can't help but think, like, is it worth it?
Is it really necessary, this? Do you know what I mean? Like, oh man.
I mean, I feel like I spent a long time on that Stampy short, but I guess in comparison, it's really...
Yeah.
But then again, I was a one-man team, so I guess that's the thing to take it all away.
But yeah, it's just like the attention to detail, like stuff that isn't even in shot or might be in shot for just a second, like the newspapers and the like whole wizarding articles about what's going on, actually in the world at that time. And obviously you can't obviously see what it says, but you can see it in the background. Just detail like that. So yeah, we went there. That was really, really good. One thing I don't miss about going to London is just how busy it is there. Like, I always love coming home and just, I don't know, just enjoying just how quiet it is. Like, we were packed on the tube, just like shuffling on there, and it's like, this isn't good. And I always end up feeling like sick after I come back from London. I always end up like with a cold and a sore throat. I don't know.
There's so many people like all close together.
Yeah.
And also like the air isn't great. Like, I find that if I'm staying in London for a while, like I'm off to London tomorrow, but I always find like if I'm staying in London for a while, like I just feel a bit dirty after a point, just because there's so many cars, it's so polluted and stuff. Like I love it. I love the energy, and it's like we're like I'm much closer to London than Squid is, so it's not so much of a big deal. Like we're there, relatively regularly, but yeah, I still love it. Me and Swayze
well, you
go
say
there
that,
for a trip for fun.
How long does it take you to get there?
It takes just over an hour.
Oh, okay.
By train. We're pretty lucky to be from a small place but have a direct train into like the centre of London. So
yeah, it's not too bad for me. We go from Wakefield, and that's 2 hours direct to London. And obviously by car that'd be, easily, 3 or 4 hours. So it's nice. It's nice to have that, like, 10 minutes away from the house. So yeah, it's pretty good. So yeah, that's pretty much what I've been up to. I've been, as I say, just working away on the house and stuff like that, and got the update coming out from the game in like a few days, which is really, really awesome. Been working away for 2 months on that. So yeah, just kind of plugging away at that. Really, that's all that you guys have missed. I can't really think if you've missed anything else.
Well,
what have you been
if
doing?
You were on the train to London, Squid, and you were bored after the 3rd of March, you could play video games on the Nintendo Switch.
Right. Do you know what? I haven't even researched it, mate. everyone was getting the hype. It was like, oh, Nintendo Switch, look at this. And it was like all the, the launch trailers and stuff like that. I haven't even looked at it. And they call myself a gamer.
I was trying to segue into a conversation about it. I wanted to know, because a lot of people have been tweeting me like, am I doing videos on it or what do I think about it and stuff? And I thought, I'll save it for the podcast. And
yeah,
you don't even know what it is.
But I know what it is. I know it's like their next, console / handheld thing. But I haven't really read much on it, to be honest with you.
It's literally going to cure world hunger, Squid, and you don't even care about it.
It's not. It's really not. I did read something that said that like the Wii's going to be
the
dead.
Best thing ever invented. Honestly, that's what the hype suggests, anyway.
Yeah, I feel like there's going to be some flaws in it, though. I really do. So.
Yeah, it just seems like the big thing is the battery life is when they kind of announced
just gonna say.
that. That was the first, because especially compared to the 3DS, which is great, or even the PlayStation Vita. Like, I can play a PlayStation Vita for the majority of a 10-hour flight, But the Nintendo Switch, if you're playing like a game that is pretty intensive, is only going to last like 2.5 hours, which kind of. And that's when you first get it. The batteries are only going to get worse as well.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That was the big flag for me, and also like the Joy-Cons, the controllers that are called Joy-Con. Sorry, they're not Joy-Cons, they're just Joy-Con. That's the plural of them. But they seem a little bit fiddly, maybe a little bit small, and I don't know. I'll have to. I've not played it, so I'm not gonna judge it on that. But just from the footage and pictures I've seen, it seems to be a bit of a concern. I'm still excited for it. Like it's still Nintendo. Everyone's got at least some love to something Nintendo, and a new console from them doesn't come around too often, so it's still exciting.
Yeah, and I know it's going to put like everything else. Well, it's going to put the Wii out of business. But for me, I don't know.
The Wii's been pretty much out of business.
Yeah,
since it was released,
it's a bit of a sore subject, really. Shouldn't have really mentioned that. But yeah, no, I'm excited for it. I'm not a massive Nintendo fan, so.
Did you never have one growing up?
Well, yeah, I obviously had like the Game Boys and stuff. So, but what? I'm just trying to think. I mean, they did the GameCube, didn't they? Is that right?
Yeah, they made the GameCube.
Yeah, the GameCube. Yeah, I never had one of them. I had the Dreamcast growing up, which I don't even know who made that Dreamcast.
That was Sega.
So I had one of them.
Are you a gamer, Squid?
I'm one of them gamers that knows what I like, but I don't really know like with the background. I'm not one of them guys that go, I wonder who made this, and then go away and do all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'm a little bit, of a noob with that kind of stuff.
Have you thought about doing any videos on the Switch? Because that's normally what people want to know. Like, is that even a like? Are you gonna get one?
I'll get one. Yeah, of course I'll get one. I'll definitely get one. It depends if the games, that's coming out are any good. I know there's the whole sort of revamped Mario game that's going to be coming out. That's kind of set in like I don't even know what it is, like a futuristic city. Because it kind of took me by surprise because it's kind of like a crossover. It seems, you got like a cartoon Mario with a kind of like a really vibrant sort of human city. Do you know what I mean? It's weird.
I saw a really cool comparison to. Do you remember the Simpsons episode where like Homer Simpson goes into the real world?
Oh, like, yeah.
Like it really looked like that. I saw a side by side of that, and it looked really like similar.
But it does look really good. I mean, have they released any sort of trailers on some of the games that might be, released with the console?
Zelda Breath of the Wild's the big launch game. So the big news is that there's really not many launch games. I think as we're recording this, they've announced 6. There could be a few more little indie games, but there's really not much at launch. Mario Odyssey, which is the new Mario, that's kind of coming out in the fall. And then there's a few kind of Japanese RPGs. There's things like Fire Emblem, like strategy games and stuff. So they're coming, but there's and Splatoon 2 is another big one. And then there's like essentially a re-release of Mario Kart 8. with like new tracks and stuff. So it seems like it's going to be a great console to get if you didn't have a Wii U, because it's going to be you can kind of catch it. Even Splatoon 2 looks a lot like Splatoon 1. Like, I'm sure there's a lot more weapons and maps and stuff, but like it doesn't look like, wow, they've completely changed. Like it feels like.
And what's the hardware like? If they stepped up the hardware or?
So, like, it's going to be slightly better than the Wii U. Like, Zelda Breath of the Wild is going to run it's 900p resolution on it rather than 720 on TV. So the actual screen in handheld mode is only 720p, which should be fine at that size.
Yeah.
The thing is, like it can't be too powerful. One, because it's got to be small, and also it's just going to like overheat and completely drain the battery. So I think it's probably just about as powerful as it could be. It sounds like it's kind of with the battery life pushed to the limit already. So, like I think it's going to be it's going to be in between your Xbox 360 and your Xbox One, or your PS3 and PS4. It's going to be in a weird in between ground, I think. But you got it's basically a gaming tablet. That's like it's essentially a gaming tablet with a controller. Like that's really what it is. With an easy way to plug it into your TV, which you could do anyway with a tablet, but it's just a dock to do that easily. Like that's basically what it is. The big difference is the fact that it's going to play Zelda games. That's where it kind of stands out.
No, it does seem really good though. Yeah, I'm gonna get one. I don't know when it falls. I'm guessing probably like Q3 or something like that.
It comes out on 3rd of March.
Oh, okay, so it is really soon. Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah.
I probably won't be able to get one then, because the pre-orders are probably through the roof about now.
Oh, yeah, I think it was in like an hour or something.
I was going to say.
You can buy one for like $5,000 on eBay, probably, like once they've come out. Whoever always buys loads and resells them.
Smart idea. Why not? But yeah, it sounds really, really good. Sounds really, really awesome. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to my my game update. I'm gonna plug it. So yeah, we've been working on it for quite a while, about 2 months. My original Keepy Ducky game came out in it was the beginning of November. It came out. So we've been working on kind of like a story mode for that. I did mention it a little while ago, but it is finished now. It's done. There's a lot of awesome new features, and it follows more of a story mode, because the thing that kind of happened before is people really liked the concept and the idea, and they definitely wanted to play more. But obviously with any game, if there's no sort of new content, it kind of gets laborious, and with a high-scoring game, there's only so much you can do. So we've implemented sort of like a story to it, and kind of like a world map where you can progress, and it gets harder and harder as it goes on. So there's much more of a skill curve now, rather than just being thrown in at the deep end. We've still kept the arcade mode. So yeah, that's going to be falling in a couple of weeks, which is really awesome, because yeah, I don't know. As I say, it's the first game, and I didn't want it to just be like, right, that's it, we're not going to update it anymore. I really wanted to kind of make it as best as I can, So, yeah, I'm excited for that. It's really good. Really,
I like the
really
pun of
awesome.
you saying it's going to be falling, seeing as the game's all about falling ducks.
I didn't intentionally make that pun, but I'll take it.
I know. You would have drawn attention to it if you did. But I enjoyed it nonetheless. I've got some. I went through the Facebook page. If you want me to read some questions.
Yeah, read me some questions. Tell me a bedtime story. I'm pretty tired actually from all the traveling today.
Okay, so these are ones I'm just reading through now. I've not read any of these before, so we'll see what they are. And yeah, so a lot of them. Where's the podcast? A lot of those.
It's here. Don't worry, so we've done it. Here we go.
Answer all of those questions. When's the next podcast? Right now. So that's that question answered for a lot of people. Notice me, please. Hey guys, I've got some questions for you, and I need some tips. This is from Jack Bates. Question for Stampy and Squid. Have you two ever thought about getting guests on your podcast? In brackets, some guest ideas: Dan TDM, Squashy, Ashdub, Tomahawk, and the James MC. 2. What do you guys think of the... Oh, this is just a completely different question. Yeah, that's question number 1. I thought they were like connected, those two questions, and the others were separate. So, have you ever thought about having guests on the podcast?
Well, I think we mentioned it before. I can't remember if we mentioned about trying to get someone off 4J on. Did we? I think we mentioned that, didn't we?
Yeah, I don't know if we mentioned that on the podcast or whether we just spoke about it.
Oh, well,
I'm
it's
never
on
sure
there now.
when the recording starts and ends.
But I don't really know. Like this, the whole reason why we do the podcast is because me and Stamps are like very busy now, so we don't get chance.
We're very busy.
Really,
we're very important. Very busy.
To really
we don't have time for idle. Do you know how busy and important I am, Squid? I don't have time to talk to you.
Talk to chit chat. Oh man, but yeah. So we're busy, and we kind of treat the podcast as a catch up, as well as we thought we might as well record it because we're going to be talking, and we normally talk about random stuff, and sometimes there's some funny stories in there, and then sometimes we just want to talk about what's going on because it's just nice. So. I don't really know if we will or not. I didn't really think we'd make it into because the thing is it can easily turn into like an interview when you're doing like with a guest. It just becomes solely focused on the guest that's coming on, which obviously you don't want to be rude, but it kind of turns into more of like an interview than a podcast. But I mean, I'd be happy to get like obviously. If we got some people on just to maybe talk about, like a game or something that everyone's interested in, I don't really think we'd do like bring YouTubers on.
I think if we were to do it, it would be, bring in a guest like someone from 4J in, and and I guess it would kind of turn into more of an interview, to give you access to someone you wouldn't normally hear, basically. Exactly. If you want to hear, those people that you listed, you can go and see their videos, whether it's videos with us or them, we didn't really want to make it about that and have a new guest every week. It's really me and Squid chatting, but if there's kind of a chance for like a special, for a while we were hoping to do a live podcast at Minecon, and in that case we'd have had more people and stuff. So it's not out of the question, but we don't. Yeah. We're not planning to do that. The idea is it's, me and Squid don't talk as much as we used to because we're so busy. So it's a chance for us to catch up and, and people that enjoy our conversations, it's a chance for them. Yeah. And, I've never been a fan of, you may notice that in all my series, I pretty much never have more than two people talking. Like I'm always a fan of two people having a back and forth. Like I think I'm not good at group conversations. I talk too much as well, so that it was kind of a conscious decision to not have that. Anyway, so he's done a few questions, so let's kind of he's done 2 questions for both of us, and then some for us individually. So let's just go through and we'll go through these quickly and see which ones we want to answer. So This is again for both of us. What do you guys think of the new Top Gear show and Grand Tour? So I think that's Grand Touring, isn't it? The Amazon Prime one. Yeah,
the Grand Tour. I absolutely love it. I tune in the second it's released. Like Thursday night, 12 o'clock. I'm in bed. I put it on for an hour. I go to sleep at 1. That's like my routine now. So I absolutely love it. I haven't missed one yet. I think people complain because they think it's very scripted. Because obviously it's produced
because
in
it is.
Well, yeah, I mean it is, but it's produced in America now, so they're like they're very, I don't know, they obviously just love scripts. But
Top Gear always was like, you don't ever think for a second.
Well, yeah, it was, but it did feel a lot more loose.
Down and like it's
yeah. But no, I love it. I adore that show so much. But it's not because they could be doing anything. They could be window cleaning and I'd still watch it. That's just because I love the chemistry between the 3 guys. So yeah, it's definitely my favorite show. I don't really tune into shows much, but I definitely do that one. Every week. So yeah. What about you? Have you had a chance to see it?
Yeah, like I enjoyed. Like it was one of the like I've been really good at catching up on shows recently because while I've been doing the animation, I'll just have shows on in the background, and it was a good background show. Like I don't have the same love for cars that you do, so I'm in it only for the humor. So there's probably some parts which I don't enjoy as much as you do, but yeah, I find them funny. I feel like it's a little bit too close to Top Gear. Like I just feel that, which is fine. Of course, that's the kind of show they want to make, but I feel like it would be interesting if they did things slightly different, and then the things that they did do different, like the conversation street, and then their running not funny joke of all of their guest celebrities accidentally die, which I don't know. Maybe some people find that funny. Like that stuff, I'm just like, meh. Like that isn't the fun. Like the fun stuff is the big challenges and the races, and that's where the fun is. Or a lot of the other stuff I haven't enjoyed as much. But yeah, I realize that there's a very small percentage of the people listening to this that have seen it or cares. I don't want to talk about it too much.
Some of the segments are like very, I don't know, like you said, like where the guest dies every week. I don't. That was funny the first week, but they should have dropped it. Like I don't. Yeah. Like what's gonna happen. It's just kind of the same thing now.
Funnier.
Yeah. Oh dear. So what's the next question? What else we got?
So we got okay, we got 3 for me. So I'm just gonna blast through these quick. So will 2017 be the year of face cam? No. It won't be. Question number 2. When can you do some battle minigame videos on PS4? I will do. The reason I haven't is I haven't bought the maps on it yet. So there's been a few times that I've gone to play it and I realize I haven't got them and I have to go and download them and stuff, and I just haven't bothered. But I will do more on PS4. I did the Stampy shot, the animation on PS4, and of course I'm doing the 20 block challenge and stuff, so I'm much more used to the PS4 controller now, so I feel like it makes more, because like I do prefer the Xbox controllers, but I feel like I can control it well enough, so that should be coming. And then how is your Cress? Crest is going. I haven't done any videos in a while, but the crest is lovely. All right, so questions for Squid and a Squiddy tip now. This is all from Jack Bates, so thank you, Jack. Oh yeah, and if you are doing questions, we love the quick fire ones, and we love the lists of questions like this. This is really good to go through. So feel free to do that. So when the offices are finished and everyone has moved in, can you do another house tour?
Yeah, I think I'm going to be doing one this weekend. So yeah, it might even be up already. We were waiting for the house to be like completely renovated, and it is now. So yeah, I mean, probably this weekend. I was going to do one last weekend, but I couldn't make it in for some reason. I don't know what happened, but yeah. So I'll definitely do that. Look out for that. That'll be on Squiddy Vlogs. You'll see a massive difference. I don't know if you've seen it, Stamps, the way the one I did before it got renovated. But it was just an absolute mess. So I think everyone's going to be surprised how much the renovations have actually gone on, and there's still more going on as well, because we're changing the double garage into some more rooms, like we're converting it, and then we're going upstairs, so there's another like floor on top of the garages, so there's going to be another 4 rooms added. So the house is getting like completely redone. We were just waiting for planning permission, but yeah, the main house is done. I'll do a video. It's probably online now. If it is, check it out. Thanks for watching. All that jazz.
I got another question here. This one is from Joseph Garrett, and he wants to know: are you ever gonna do any videos of you decorating the house, knowing that you have an interest in kind of doing up houses?
Me?
Have you ever thought about doing any more videos about that?
If you want me to do a decorating thing?
No, Joseph Garrett just asked in his question whether you've considered doing any videos of you decorating either the offices or your house, seeing as it's something that I know you enjoy doing and people are obviously interested in seeing.
No, not really. So, yeah.
So there you go, Joseph Garrett. Hopefully.
No. To be honest, what I really wanted to do is I really wanted to set like a camera up in the room and just do like a massive time lapse of the house getting completely done. But then I thought,
living like Big Brother.
Yeah, I felt like the builders would hate me, and obviously it's their job and they don't want recording. So, but no, there's a lot of stuff that I'm probably gonna do on the vlogging channel, because I've got all my plans for my house. I've got like the whole architectural plans, and if people are interested, then I might do a video. And if people want to see what's happening, I don't mind sharing. Some people might, but I'm not fussed, because it's something that I probably will be doing more of in the future, probably on YouTube as well. Like I'd love to set up I'd love to do like a really cheesy property program with like me as the host and having some like a parody thing. Do you know what I mean? I think that'd be amazing. And like Homes Under the Hammer.
Cooking, but like barely decorating.
No, not even that. I mean like searching for homes. So like you came to me and go, hello, my name's Stampshare. I have this budget. can you find me a house, please? And then I go around, and then we go tour around like a load of like really bad houses that I've picked out for you, and then it's just your reaction. You're like walking around the houses just like unimpressed. I don't know. I think it'd be funny. But yeah, so yeah, I probably will end up doing stuff like that in the future. I really do want to do like car videos as well, but no. Bit weird. Bit of a transition, but yeah, I got a lot of ideas, just don't know what to do with them. So
yeah, but if you can kind of work it out into something that, like, it's always just the working out how it would work on YouTube, I guess, is kind of the challenge.
Yeah, and obviously, like, you don't want to be filming, you know, me in the car, you know, and if I go like 31 miles an hour on a 30 zone, I'm gonna have a load of comments going, "Squid, stop speeding! He's breaking the law!" and all that stuff. So, yeah, thank you, Jack. That was good comments. Good sort of. Wasn't quick fire, but yeah, like Sam said, it's good when we get a lot of comments. We can just go through all at once. So, yeah.
Got
Is there any more?
Another question here from Colton Martin.
Another
says, "Hi Stampy and Squid, what should I do if kids make fun of me for watching your channels? I'm 14 and kids think your videos are only for younger kids."
Probably just ignore them, to be honest. I don't know. I mean, people watch us and they're like, you know, older than us. It just depends what you're into. There's nothing bad about it. Like, if you think, oh, you know, is there something wrong with me for watching Stamps and Squid? Like, no. Like, don't think, you know, you're in the wrong. You've got, you know, there's nothing wrong with you. You can watch whatever you want. You could do whatever you want. If other people have a problem, then just ignore them. Like, don't rise to it. Don't rise to their level.
Like, it's weird the way it goes with ages where, like, it's always younger people are always the ones to call people like babyish, or like people when, like, once you get to, I'd say probably about 7 or 8, it gets to the point where that's when you start really caring about looking older than you are, and that's when you're really determined to not be babyish, and then that normally lasts through, you know, a decent amount of your early teenage years. And then as soon as you start getting to, like, I'd say probably about 17, 18, 19, that's when you start getting nostalgic for everything you liked as a kid, and then you start going backwards, and that's why all of these adults are playing Nintendo games, and, you know, like that's why people are searching on YouTube for the shows they watched when they're, you know, that's when you start going back, and then you realize how good childhood was compared to now, and then that's when you stop caring. So, like, you know, like, generally you see a lot of adults watching kids stuff, or like old kids stuff, and that. So, yeah, you know, everyone kind of comes around eventually. You're just, I was thinking at about 14, this. You're just ahead of the, you know, you're probably more mature for not caring about trying to seem cool. And I watch, you know, the YouTubers that make jokes with, you know, with swearing, you know, even though that's probably more immature, you know, like, that's always the thing with swearing, is when they're like, oh, you should do swearing because it's funny, and it's like they think that our videos are immature. Like, if the joke is the fact that you're swearing, like, that is way more immature than any of, like, the poop jokes we make in Quest, you know, like, they just, it's like, oh, it's naughty, so it's funny, you know, like, it's you know, but it takes you getting to a certain age, I guess, you know, before you realize that, I guess, apart from Colton.
I was thinking the other day, do you think, like, kids will, like, watch our old videos for, like, nostalgia, like we do for stuff like, you know, old TV shows?
Yeah, no doubt, definitely. I think it's happened already. I get comments from that, you know, people saying that, you know, I used to watch your Lovely World when I was 7, you know, I'm 12 now, and I'm nostalgic and going back and watching it again, you know. I think, you know, or people that, you know, I used to watch you when I was 4, I'm now 9 and grown out of your videos, you know, whatever it is, you know, like, it's like I've kind of, we've been doing it long enough. I think that's kind of started a bit already.
Yeah, I had some really good comments like that, though. I had some, like, people say, like, oh, this is the first video, you know, I've watched in a while. Like, you know, I left your channel because, you know, I just wasn't interested, and then they've commented like, oh, I've come back and I don't know why I ever, like, left. Do you know what I mean? Like, people come back and left, like, a really nice comment, say, like, they've missed it, sort of thing. So, yeah, it's really nice.
No, I think that is people coming around. Like, you know, it's going to get to a point where we will have people depending on what videos we're doing at the time, that are going to loop around, that are going to get to the point where they stop watching you because they want to seem more mature, or I should be watching whatever other YouTuber, and then they're going to get to the point where they might switch back around and kind of come back once they get a bit older. That's generally what happens. Like there's a bit of a normally a grey spot, once people start getting to 15, 16, 17, they might stop watching. But then, I've got quite a lot of 20, 30, 40-year-olds, that comment and say, hey, I'm one of your older viewers, I still find it funny. Whatever, certain, some series more than others, but
yeah,
that's kind of what happens. And not everyone, I know I'm going to get comments saying, I'm 17 and I'm watching. I know it's, all you can do when you're looking at analytics and reading comments is kind of see the average, I guess.
Yeah. It's really cool though. I do like it. It's something that you don't really think about when you're just posting videos, like the impact it has on people. Like it's quite easy for us to make videos and just post them and do stuff like that, but it's so cool to see the feedback of people, just having such a special connection with it. I just like it. I think it's really cool. It's really awesome. Something good about documenting your videos online and having it. And I'm just so glad that they're going to be there for a while. You know what I mean? It's really awesome. I like it.
It's going to definitely be like when we're older and we're looking back. It's going to be cool to. I mean, we're going to be cringing, aren't we? When we look back at our old videos,
so
it's going to be embarrassing. It's such like a. The videos we make is such like a time and place thing. No one has any idea of what the evolution of these kind of videos, Let's Play in particular, what's that's going to be, but it's going to change, and it's going to be fun, whatever we're doing in the future to look
You'll
back
be there
and see.
In your rocking chair with your kids. Yeah, look, it was me back in the day. Look at me.
I used to be a cat,
Squid. Oh, dearie me. That's great. That's absolutely great. So, yeah, the schedules for the podcast is still going to be a little bit up and down over the next, I don't know, probably a few weeks, I guess. As I say, we're not going to do one every week. We're going to keep spacing them out just because it's a lot more better. We have more stuff to talk about and yeah, new stuff coming up, and we can converse on that. But it's been pretty good. Everyone wish Stamps to get well soon, because he's a bit poorly at the moment as well. Have a nice pick me up in the comments.
Sorry for being a little bit less enthusiastic sounding. As I kind of said in building time, like on the inside, I'm fine. I'm happy. It's really just the exterior. So I got one last Squiddy tips which we can do, and then we go home. So sorry, the podcast is longer than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, so it was like, let's do a mini podcast. Oh, it's just 40 minutes.
Yeah, so we're in with the Squiddy tips. So this is from Jack Forrest, and they said, Squid, I was wandering around, then I encountered a really rare wild Stampy, and I don't have any Pokeballs, but I found some rocks and what's left of a cupcake in my pocket. What should I do?
Okay. I think you should get your rocks and throw them really hard at Stamps.
Now, Squid, can I interject at this point?
Pull him away, and then while you're dragging him to wherever you want him, then you can eat your cupcake on the way home. So you keep your energy. So that way, you don't have to tempt him with a cupcake. You can keep the cupcake for yourself, and you can throw away all them dirty rocks that are in your pocket. So it's a win-win, guys. You know what I mean?
For who?
Well, for the guy that wants to capture you.
Well, as long as
you.
Jack's all right.
When you're playing Pokemon, Stamps, you don't tempt a Squirtle with your cupcake, do you? You throw a Pokeball at his head.
That's what you're forgetting here.
No, but he didn't say he didn't go into specifics. He said a wild Stampy cat appeared. He doesn't have any Pokemon. I'm just guessing that he's playing Pokemon right now, mate.
No, but he said he encountered a wild Stampy and doesn't have any Pokeballs. Yeah, that's
to capture you.
Like everyone that meets me doesn't have Pokeballs, you would assume. Like it doesn't say that he wants to catch me. He's just ran into me on the street. We've just bumped into each other outside Sainsbury's. Squid.
All right.
And you're telling him to throw rocks at me and take me away. This isn't a Pokemon question. He's just pointing out, quite rightly, that he didn't have any Pokeballs.
All right. Just say hello to Stamps then. Ask him if he's got any spare Ask him if he's got any spare Pokeballs and...
Actually, I don't... If you do have a bit of leftover cupcake in your pocket, to be honest, I might actually not want it. To be fair. Then a fluffy bit of half-eaten cupcake.
Oh, dear. So, yeah, you have 2 options there, buddy. Pick which one you want, all right? They're the 2. Hopefully, you will pick the right option.
Hopefully, we never meet, Jack Forrest. Hopefully, we never meet.
What? How, nervous would you be if you actually met and he was standing there and you could see, he had rocks in his hands and a cupcake in the other?
I'm
just staring at you.
Is.
What's he going to do? Offer me the cupcake or not? Oh, man. That'd be hilarious.
Sainsbury's car park showdown. I think that is going to be the perfect time to end this podcast. So there we go. The answer to your questions, where and when the podcast. Right now, you heard it. When will be the next one? Who knows? We'll all find out together.
Correct.
It will be on a Sunday. I can't tell you exactly which.
Yeah. Well, that's it, guys, for the podcast. Hope you have enjoyed it. We'll see you, like Stamp says, sometime soon. It's like a very mystery outro, isn't it? Ooh. Anyway, thanks for watching. We'll see you later. Bye.